Hey guys, hope you're having a good week. Jumping on here this morning to talk about health and the aspects of your health. And just want to make you aware that there are more aspects to health than your training and diet. What about your emotional health? What about your social health? What about your intellectual health? The list goes on. There are so many other things, so many other factors, so many other aspects to our health than just how we've been training and what we've been eating. Granted, they're going to bring about mostly the physical changes, but we've got to factor in the other things as well. Otherwise, we're gonna end up pretty unhealthy from something else. So there is plenty of people in the world who are in the best shape of their lives, and they're so deeply unhappy, they're so deeply deeply depressed. Not I think it was last week, one of the famous bodybuilders in the scene committed suicide. And bodybuilding is an extreme thing, but they're all over their training, they're all over the nutrition, and they can still be very deeply unhappy. And if you just look at there's so many people so many athletes, never mind bodybuilding, you look at like the Olympics, any type of sports, there are people there who are in peak physical condition, who are on the verge of suicide or are deeply unhappy. So we've got to factor in these other aspects of health. How are you ticking off these other things? There's a big focus on weight loss and looking better when it comes to fitness and our fitness, but we tend to neglect a lot of the other things in search of our happiness. We always trying to develop our physical attributes and not some of the other things. So I think it's very, very important to be prioritizing a lot of other things than just your training and your nutrition. Granted, they're going to make us feel better if we do them well, but only when we pair it with some of those other things. So just a thought on that for today. So a nice quick one for today. Have a think about the other aspects of your health. What is your social health been like over the last 7 to 8 weeks? Obviously we're going to be challenged with that right now, but are you making sure? I'm sure a lot of you are finding that you're probably more socially healthy than ever before, because you're reaching out to people you haven't spoke to for a while, to family, to friends, and that's great. So think about that. Think about your intellectual health. Are you developing your intellectual health? Are you learning about things, or are you just kind of dragging your feet and just plodding on with that? Your emotional health. You're probably fed up of me asking how you're feeling, but it's the biggest one for me. personally, I find, you know, it's the one I'm most interested in. You know, how we're feeling and how we can change it and how we can impact it. You know, having a good long think, having some time to reflect on ourselves and what those things actually are. So yeah, have a think. Just some food for thought for today. And hope you have a good weekend. And I will see you all next week.